You got the mic in the.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, you are live with BROfessor BATS and Friends. Thank you for being here. Here we go. Boom! Live. Here we go.
What's happening?
Pros, just bros. Here we go. On a Taco Tuesday, Tony's got his shirt on. He hearts tacos today. I believe that's every day, not just Tuesday.
Yes.
But here we are on this chilly, rainy, about to be snowy and icy Tuesday in January, coming live from Arkansas in misery. We appreciate the guys from FastRack and Overland and being on here today. We have a special guest, Chris Carroll, and his buddy Jacob Biddle. Thank you guys for being on here with us.
You bet, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all being on here. Tony talked to me last week or week before, I can't even remember, everything running together, and said, hey, the guys from FastRack won't be on the show. And I was like, hey, bring them on.
Let's do it.
And I said, it'll be a good time.
That's
It has been a blur of a week. I've had so much to do. It's been stupid crazy. Putting red arc systems in and working on trailers, and Tony has started building a trailer from the ground up, and I really don't know.
No kidding, ground up, huh?
Do that.
Yeah.
Because it's become an undertaking.
Yeah, it's a monster. I don't know. It's kind of taken on a shape of its own, but
I imagine. Well, it's going to be square. I don't know about what you learned about shapes and where you're from, but it's going to be like a square rectangle type shape. So I'm just promising you that's how it's going to come out.
Yeah.
But
big old box.
Big old box. And let me tell you,
we're constantly working on our rides, man. There's always something to do, it seems like.
Always.
It's a never-ending process, man.
That's right.
Never-ending.
I have had the bane of my existence has been a battery issue, and it just came to a head at Rendezvous when everything went dead. Yeah. Everything started going dead, and I started losing my fridge, and I started losing my food, and I was like, something. It's like when you date somebody and everything's great. As soon as you say I do, they say something's going to change. Something's going to change around here. I'm the boss.
Yeah.
So I
looked at one battery.
I got two batteries, and the secondary battery system was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was great when I put it in, but I said, I'm going all out. I'm working some overtime. I'm fixing to pay for this. So I got a lithium battery and a red arc. Solar dual controller type thing. And it's been unbelievable. It has been. I let my fridge run for 9 hours yesterday, and my battery went from 13.3 to 13.2 with nothing else charging it.
Yeah.
We both have the Renergy systems. We have solar panels and the Renergy charger and extra battery. And I mean, it's a game changer, man.
Yeah.
The only thing that we need to do is we need to upgrade to the lithium battery because, the lithium batteries are where it's at. But man, your pocketbook's definitely gonna get a little light.
I know.
Yeah, and I did a lot of research. I'm not one of these guys like Tony that just buys everything he wants. So I money don't grow on trees where I live. So
no, that's not. No,
I research
like
things.
that ain't true.
No.
I research things to the nth degree, and I know Tony does too. I was just picking at him, but
yeah, I do a lot.
I found a 100 lithium ion phosphate battery. Got it for $330, and I was super pumped because I looked at some other ones that were about the same for about 800 to 1,000, and I was like, "Holy cow! This is a 10-year battery with a 5-year warranty. I'll be glad to save a little money and try this out." And so far, it's been amazing. Real super excited about that. And working out. It was so funny when we got down to Big Bend and we pulled the trailer down there, and I was all excited because I'd got with Jeff with BROfessor Adventures, and he had come up with this magnetic faucet that I could move anywhere on and have running water anywhere on my trailer. And I got down there and it wouldn't pump water for crap. I couldn't get any water out of it. I was so mad. I was so excited for this, and I got all that figured out. So got running water. And so I got all my stuff worked out. And here Tony is becoming.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Joey froze.
In
this trailer and taking it all apart and welding and
here he is.
doing everything. And it's just become crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had basically a utility frame. Joey did.
Yeah, you froze out.
We're having Wi-Fi issues.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
the Wi-Fi is freaking out. Yeah. Yeah, basically, I just had a 5x8 utility trailer donated to me. A buddy of mine had one. And so I put new axle, converted the bolt pattern, 35-inch wheels and tires. And I mean, it's going to be high off the ground. Higher than I think what I realized, but so it's a work in progress.
The tent and everything on there.
Yeah. The idea. I mean, we learned when we went to Big Bend, we learned that we really do need a base camp situation.
Yeah.
So that's the idea there. But hey, there's Miss Bats off road. Hey, hon.
Yeah, Tony's going to be able to sit on the bed of his trailer and look down into my FJ. That's how tall it's going to be. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I measured the other night, and it looks like the floor is going to be about 32 inches off the ground. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty tall. It's crazy.
Well, we love our CVT mount hoods because they go up so quick. I mean, the deal is if we need to go somewhere, it's just like a minute, and that thing's down, packed up, ready to go. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It is a game changer. Those soft shells, I'm over it. I will never go back. Never.
Yeah.
I didn't even have my soft shell for a year before I bought those mount hood.
Yeah.
Well, he saw mine, and he's over there still packing up, and I'm over there drinking a beer going, what's taking so long? Hurry up.
Yeah, we got both. I'm still running the soft top, and but my wife won that Free Spirit Evolution 55 hard shell, and it's like it's easy. So
less than a minute, you're boom.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah.
I've had both, and I do love the soft shell on the trailer because I can get all the way around it real easy, and it's not too tall. Now the soft shell that's on my
that makes sense.
Woo, man, it's tough because I got to get up on the tires, I got to get up on the running boards, whatever. But when it's on the trailer and it's low and you can access all the points, it's easy up, easy down, super nice. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking to get a hard shell again. I can sure enough promise you that.
But that setup you got right now though with the annex and all that stuff, though, man, that's pretty nice.
It's very nice, especially in the winter months. You can definitely. I can definitely tell you when you put the walls on that awning, we got a big old space in there where we could set up a propane fire pit, and it's all nice. It's really nice.
Nice and toasty.
Yeah.
No matter what the weather is out there. Huh?
Hey, Christina. Move along.
People joining on here. Well, Tony, we really want to get into these guys and talk to them about their builds. They have some very interesting builds.
Yes.
That they wheel in, and I want to get in that. But before we do that, we want to talk about one of our sponsors tonight. So let's get right into the sponsor spotlight.
It's now time for the sponsor spotlight, talking about all the products, services, events, and businesses that we use and love. Here we go.
So tonight we're talking about who, Tony? Tell us about
MC Ranch Overland. They're
this is a motorcycle club, Ranch Overland.
It's Mike and Carolyn.
Mike and Carolyn. That's what the MC stands for.
Their partner Sam. They've got this the original fire reflector, and we had the opportunity to play with this thing a little bit the other night, and it is just fantastic. I don't know if you guys have seen it or used it or whatever, but the light and the heat, and it just makes the experience of the fire just that much better. So,
yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how the fire reflects the light and the heat, and this is a pretty big item. So if you get one, you're gonna need to find a place to store it. But having it around where you can protect yourself from the wind. I've been beach camping where I would have really loved to have had that.
Yeah.
You talking about somebody that went down there and it was the first time that they hadn't had sand in their food or something?
Yeah, that was Epic Family Road Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cooked with it, and it helped keep the sand and stuff out of their food and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Well, check it out.
Appreciate them. MCRanchOverland.com. Go check out their
MCRanchOverland.com.
Yeah. Very
cool. Very cool. Well, Chris, Jacob, what have y'all been up to? Tell us what's been going on in the world of in your world, wherever you are.
Man, I mean, really just going out every weekend, having a great time, filming the adventures and sharing it with everybody. And we just keep doing it over and over. Although we do have some new things coming up in the future we're wanting to do for sure.
Nice.
We're going to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Got some ideas going.
Yeah.
Got to keep it fresh,
That's right.
That's right. Got to keep it fresh. Well, if people haven't seen you on YouTube, you have definitely put a lot of the YouTube videos out there. You have got the Living the Overland Life. It's a nice little setup there with your little kitchen under the awning. You have Arkansas Overlanding, which I'm kind of partial to because that's where I stays and that's where Tony stays. And nice shot there, you and the missus. Overland in Misery.
Yeah.
That was right around Riggs and Coffee. That's where we got to meet up and talk there at Artemis for a little bit. Now this one intrigued me. Tell us about overlanding in a shop.
So overlanding in the shop, we had some plans to work on Jacob's truck, and we were here kind of late, and we were watching the radar, and I mean we were getting some bad weather that night. This was New Year's Eve. Yeah, New Year's Eve night, and the weather was coming in, was awful. And, we were here kind of late, and I told him, I said, man, we got an option here. We can either go out, we can camp in the storm and do all that, or we could just stay right here and go out in the morning. And that's what we wound up doing. We just stayed in the shop, let the rain and all that stuff pass, and we head out the next morning, and I had a place picked out at the bottom of Mount Magazine. And we drive all the way out there. It's about an hour. And we get to a creek crossing. And it's just raging, man. There's no way we could cross it.
We got there and a big diesel 4x4 came up. And they immediately turned around. They're like, we're not crossing.
Yeah.
So there was no way we could.
If they're not crossing, we're like, we're out.
Yeah.
So at that point, being at the bottom of Mount Magazine, the next closest campsite we knew of is another hour away, and it's like 3:30, and we're just like, it's over.
Yeah.
Camping in the shop is what it was. Well, but I'll tell you, and that's one of the things that we tried to show people. It's not really the location, man. I'll be honest with you. We had a blast. We really did. Yeah. We sat around. We had the fire. We did the same things that we did while we were out in the woods, Was it perfect? No. I'd rather been in the woods for sure. But we made the best of the situation. We had a good time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Made a video of it. We thought it'd be something funny, be something interesting. So
I don't think that's a bad idea. There's probably really large empty buildings all over the United States. And if they can't get people to rent them or buy them, they should just open them up to people and let us go in there. And it'd be real nice. You could turn the air conditioner on and not have to deal with not have to deal with the elements outside. I think that's a great idea.
And you put them on.
It's funny you say that.
Yeah, put them on hip camp. Yeah, I think that'd be great. All these, it seems like Walmart is upgrading all the time. So there's a whole bunch of Walmarts out there that's empty. I think it.
I told you she was going to be back here.
Yeah.
That's the old famous shop cat right there. She has become the Overland kitty. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
She's a mess, man. She's a mess.
Oh, we got the first beard comment.
Yeah, there's Jared.
First beard comment. Your beard is on point. We talked about that earlier. He did shave it off once and hated the way he looked, so he's never going to shave it again.
Yeah. I'm ugly like this, but I'm real ugly without the beard.
I bet you look 40 years younger. You probably look like you're 16 when you shave that thing off.
It was bad. It was so bad. The wife was like, "How quick can you grow that beard back?"
I'm going to need 6 months or longer.
It's not ever going away again.
All right, well, Jared's got a question here. How do you keep the cat from running away on your trips?
Oh, that's a good question.
Don't do anything. She just stays around. Yeah. The first trip we took her on, I had her on the leash, and all that. The first time you take her off at a leash at a campsite, you're kind of freaked out. You're like, a cat could just but she just sticks around. One of the things I do is every morning I get up. These guys sleep till like 10 o'clock. I'm an old man. I get up at 6 o'clock, so I get up and me and the cat go walk around and do trails and stuff. And she just follows me. And I think that helps because, she's kind of staying with me. But no, she just sticks around. Every once in a while she'll disappear and I'll holler her name and here she'll come running.
Well, that's interesting. And I have a lot of respect for people who take non-traditional animals on their trips. My wife and I watched, we were sitting around last night and we watched the guy from, I believe it was Firebox Stoves. And he takes a goat.
He takes a goat?
He's got a goat. He's got a goat and 2 dogs and all of them wear packs. So they carry all his stuff for him. And he gets out there and he camps. So he came up with this Firebox stove and he is extremely popular on YouTube. But my wife just thought that was so cool how he just takes the goat everywhere. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool.
You're clean.
So what's your cat's name?
Her name is Shop Cat.
Oh, it literally is.
Okay. It really is. Her little tag here, it says Shop Cat on it.
Yeah, that's we do have
like I said, I found her outside the shop.
Yeah. There's Mary.
Yeah, that's her baby too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I agree with this listener here. He says AC is attractive in Arkansas in August. So I'm telling you, if they would open some of these big buildings, I promise you, we would pay $15 a night a piece to camp in your big building if you turn the AC on. It would be amazing.
In the summer, I guarantee it.
Yeah, because when August hits in Arkansas, nobody likes to camp. Nobody. Right. And mosquitoes, heat, sweat. It's just not fun.
Jacob, who's that comment from?
From my father.
Yeah.
My father.
That's Jacob's dad.
Top 10 on his truck.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs one.
Oh, yeah.
Mark is from Cecil, Arkansas. Wow. I've lived here all my life. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, Mark, where's Cecil?
It's actually, it's really close to where I live. I live in Lavaca. You know where that's at?
I know where Lavaca is. Yep.
Okay, so Lavaca is east, or Cecil's east of Lavaca.
Okay.
Just kind of between Lavaca and Ozark.
Okay.
Just It's a little bitty place.
That's getting over there close to Mason's neck of the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. I go through Cecil when I go up to like up past Turner Bend, up in that way. Because I have to cut through Ozark, cross the river right there. So yeah, I go through Cecil a lot.
Very cool.
Nice.
Well, tell us, Chris, how did you come up with the name FastRack Overland?
Ooh, that's a long story, man.
Okay, so
all right, so we'll get it going now. I'll make it short.
Okay.
So you guys probably know by the background of my hat here, I also own FastRack Modern Cycling Solutions, which we design and build bicycle skill features and bike parks and stuff like that. So the very first thing we ever made is when I got into mountain biking, we made a rack. And me and my brother were messing around. I was like, man, we should name this. We should come up with a name with it. And he goes, well, it's really fast to load and it's a rack. So how about FastRack? And I'm like, sounds good to me. And that's kind of what we started with, was the bike rack. And then we started making trail tools because we started doing a lot of trail work and maintenance, and started getting with the local organizations to try to help out and help the trails. And so we started doing trail tools, and then we did bike stands, and we were doing chainsaw racks for bikes and stuff like that. And we were doing a lot of riding. We were riding up Northwest Arkansas, and I saw all those little features and stuff they had. So I built some features because I'm a fabricator for our local park here.
That's what Tony is.
In Fort Smith.
No, don't be spreading false information. Tony,
I gotta stop you right here because you said something that just it blew my mind. I mean, my left brain and my right brain are in a fight right now. You said that you built a chainsaw mount for a bicycle.
Yeah, we built quite a few of them actually, and it was for maintenance, trail maintenance, and stuff like that. But it would hold a chainsaw, 2-gallon worth of gas, some splitters, some chain oil, and all that. It was all built on the back of a bicycle.
I'd have to
and it was usually a fat tire bike, a big bike,
Okay.
Yeah, we built a couple of those.
Yeah.
But anyway, FastRack Overland is basically just a spinoff of FastRack Modern Cycling Solutions. When I started getting into the Overland thing, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep the name. Yeah. And that's kind of where it came from. But FastRack Modern Cycling Solutions, like I say, we design and build bicycle skill courses and stuff.
Yeah.
Which you can tell, I'm not really into riding mountain bikes much anymore. I'm an overlander, and all we do is drive around and eat good food.
Eat good food, that's for sure.
I guarantee you, driving and eating.
My bike's getting a little rusty.
I think that's why it's become so popular, because that's all it is driving and eating. I mean, there's no skill to it. You don't have to have any skill. You don't have to have any stamina. It just pretty much anybody can do it. Really. So any shape or size. Yeah.
Same here. But if you can't, and if you
I don't even have my taco shirt on.
Yep.
If you can't cook good, give it a year or so. You'll get it figured out.
Well, that's right. This is the deal. If you can't cook good, I promise you, go to an event. You'll meet somebody who does.
That's right.
And hook up with them.
If you can't cook, just become friends with good friends with somebody who can.
Exactly. Speaking of that, how did Chris? How did you and Jacob meet? How did y'all become buddies?
Well, I've actually known Jacob since he's a little bitty feller.
That's a long time ago.
My wife and his mom used to work at the same school, teaching pre-K program, little kids. Okay. And so I've known Jacob for a long time. I really didn't. I mean, I knew of him. I knew little Jacob, But as he got older, my wife had always showed me these little videos and stuff that he would make, and I'm like, man, those are really good. And I was already in the process of getting FastRack Overland YouTube channel going. I was making videos and stuff, and he posted a video up on Facebook, and instantly I was blown away. I was like, dude, that's his first video, and it's amazing. So I immediately contacted him and I was like, dude, that is awesome. You did great. I was like, we should go camping sometime. Well, we hadn't got into it yet, but I'm a 2-wheel drive. Well, come to find out, he's a 2-wheel drive. So then we had something in common. We were both doing videos, and we went camping once, and we just keep going camping together. It's just
love it first sight.
When you messaged me, I was driving my dad's 2004 Tacoma, which is also 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And my truck was currently in the shop getting swapped from a V6 to a V8, and then I was also lifting it and getting all the goodies done to it. And when I got it here, started camping with this guy.
Yeah.
And I always tell everybody that, he's really mature for his age, and I'm really immature for my age.
So you're about the same age.
It's a good match.
Yeah.
Exactly. It works out pretty good that way. So,
yeah.
But, and I'm learning from this guy. So I'm always using the GoPro, and I've got a really nice camera, and he's always on me. Use your camera. And I'm like, I don't know. So I've recently, this last video, I'm walking around with my camera, and of course I'm constantly, what's this? I don't know. It looks awful. So I'm asking him all these questions, but he's teaching me how to up my game and use the camera for sure. So
yeah,
dude's good at what he does. That's for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah,
cool.
He'd definitely be good to have along for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we got something coming up we're going to try. So we're fixing we got some big plans.
Yeah. Well, hang on. We'll get into that here in a minute.
Yeah, I want to hear about.
I want to hear about this, man.
I want to hear about this 2-wheel drive truck that you have decided to build into an Overland vehicle. Because we've already made the point that you are different with your animals that you take with you. So you wanted to be a little different with your vehicle as well, because 2-wheel drives are not normal. So tell us why you stuck with the 2-wheel drive and what you've done to it.
Man, so when I bought the truck, I was a mountain biker, and I basically just wanted a truck just to have a truck, haul stuff around. I had no intentions of getting into the overlanding stuff. But the more events and stuff that I was going to with mountain biking, we're always going there early and setting up, camping and stuff like that. And somewhere I saw a rooftop tent, and I'm like, man, that'd be pretty cool to have. So I started, like we do, we start researching and getting on, Instagram and all that. Yeah, my wife, definitely different. But once I started seeing all that stuff, I was like, well, I'll put a bracket on there and I'll do a tent. And then the next thing I know, my truck looks like hell now. I was going to stop. And the people drive part of it really was the best part of what we were doing, going out and finding these campsites, really hitting tough trails,
I think we're getting some bad feedback here.
Are you getting that too, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're starting to break up on us a little bit. We can't understand what you're saying, so it may have been a bad bad connection coming through there. Yeah, somebody said, what's up with the audio? Well, he is in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, so we may have to put some more quarters in to the internet.
More quarters in the internet.
And there is some bad weather coming in, so who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? For sure. Is that any
all right,
better?
You're coming in a lot better now.
Yeah, there you go.
A lot better now. Maybe that was just he said it must be an iPhone. That's funny. No, it's actually a laptop. It's actually a laptop. But you're coming in a lot better now. So
it might as well be an iPhone.
It's just a big one.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's the name? What do you call your truck?
The Poser.
The Poser.
The Poser.
Yeah, it's just so posing. Funny. It's just 2-wheel drive. So.
That's funny.
Oh, that's funny. Well, what have you done to it? What modifications have you done to it to make it overlanding work?
Man, the modification list is big. I mean, first thing I did with it was lift it with the cheap spacer lift, but that didn't last long. And then we upgraded to the. Yeah, and then of course you quickly realize that's a joke, and we did the Bilstein 5100 with the Old Man Emu spring in the front. In the back we had blocks and stuff, and then I traded those out for the Dobinson springs that'll handle 1,000-pound constant load, because with the tent, the deck system, all the cooking stuff, and the gas tanks and everything. Next thing you know, you do have 1,000 pounds. Yeah. So upgraded the suspension. I have a rear seat delete. So I don't have a rear seat because it's usually just me and my wife, or me and my son, or me and somebody else. Back there, I have a Dometic 45 back there. I also have storage under. It's a lot like the Goose Gear. I basically almost copied that. I changed a few things. I also have roof storage above the back seat area. I've got a little compartment there.
Nice.
I've got a deck system in the bed. I have onboard air. I have a onboard way to pressurize water. I can just stick one in a jug and put a sprayer on the other end and flip a switch. I mean, it's just nice. I got an iPad for a radio.
For a radio?
GRMS. Yeah. Yeah, I got an iPad 11 Pro for my radio. That's what I use for everything. Which is, yeah, it's actually that right there. It's one of those, which is really, really nice. And of course, I'm
going to put up a picture of it so people can see. It does not look like a two-wheel drive. You've got that thing beefed up really good.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, it's got, of course, I got the front and rear bumper from Backwoods, the aluminum bumpers. Because, oh, wait, guys, there's one other thing you got to know. Not only is it a two-wheel drive, it's a four-banger.
4-cylinder two-wheel drive.
It's a 4-cylinder two-wheel drive gutless turd. Yes.
So it does not have the twin turbos or anything like that.
No. I call it my little Briggs and Stratton because it's when you pop the hood and look at it, you're like, where's the motor?
What's the rest of it?
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I'll be traveling with this guy, and I'll be on the radio. I'll be like, "It's on the floor." He's like, "I don't even have my foot on the accelerator, man."
Oh, that's awesome.
But I took it to Colorado. We went all around. There was some trails that were so steep that it's just on the floor, and it's just climbing. But it made it.
Yeah, that's the way we.
I had no intentions of getting into this, but once I got started, I couldn't stop because, my day job, I work at California Customs here in Fort Smith, Arkansas. So I do this all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a truck sitting right out here that I'm doing a supercharger on. I got a 4Runner I'm doing a power lift gate on. I mean, I do this kind of stuff all day long. So, that's why I built my own roof rack. Yeah. That's my own design because it comes all the way down to the windshield and hugs the windshield. I didn't like any of the other racks, so I just built my own.
Yeah.
I built a bed rack, but it's a piece of trash. I got to rebuild it.
Hey, try again.
Yeah, it wobbles too much. So it's prototype 1. So
there you go. That's a good name for it.
You buy what you have to, and you build or make what you can.
Exactly.
That's just
being a fabricator. I mean, I did my own body mount chop. It's got the FR in it and all that. So anything I could do myself or cut out on this plasma table, I do it.
Now I do have this brings me to a question that I had not planned on asking you because I didn't know all this stuff, but now I know this stuff. I have questions that I want to ask. Most of us get into overlanding to get away from our daily jobs, but that is part of your daily job. So how is that different than I'm trying to compute this in my head. Do you enjoy working on your own stuff more than you enjoy working on other people's stuff, or is it the same, or do you love it all? Help me figure that out.
I've been working on vehicles since I was a little bitty kid. And for 5 years, I thought I needed a real job. So I was an electrician. I went through the whole school program and did all that crap. And then after 5 years, I was like, this sucks. I don't like it.
I know that experience.
So I went back to working on cars. And that's where I'm at now. It's a passion of mine. I before I got into overlanding, I was building full-blown hot rods. I mean, you couldn't pick up a Street Trucks, a Trucking, or a Hot Rod magazine, or a Mini Trucking magazine. We were in all over the place, man. We were at the SEMA show for 7 years in a row. We were building all kinds of SEMA vehicles. So, I mean, I've always been into vehicles. That's why I guess when I got the two-wheel drive 4-cylinder truck, I just said, let's go for it. And it doesn't stop us. We still go out. We do some, we keep pushing to see how far we can go with them. And so far, I've used my winch one time, used my Max Tracks once. His one wheel spins a little different.
This past weekend really tested our abilities.
Yeah, this past weekend, we pushed it.
Yeah.
So we pushed it. And,
this time
the crazy
of year,
thing,
my winch.
This time of year is the hardest time of the year for the two-wheel drives or the slick tires, because everything's wet. The water is high. The mud is slick. So I understand. This time of year you're going to get into some stuff, but that also shows you only using your winch twice or whatever. That shows that you're a smart driver and not out there just trying to hold my beer and watch this type of deal. So me and Tony are right there with you on that.
Yeah, buddy.
And the crazy thing is this weekend we were out and we came down this gnarly trail, and I'm freaking out because I'm like, dude, we have to climb that. We're winching. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And we get down to the bottom. I'm like, we're going to hit regular dirt road, man. We're going to be good. We get down to the bottom. It's not dirt road. It's more trail. And we start off the trail and we see a bunch of Jeeps and trucks, and they're all just covered in mud, And I'm like, oh God. So I pull up, and they're checking their lug nuts and stuff and messing around. I'm talking to the guy in the front, and he's like, what are you doing? What's going on? Told him how it was, what we were doing. And he's like, yeah, you got some huge mud holes coming up, couple of creek crossings, maybe a spot or two where someone will have to spot you. And he goes, but you'll be fine because this truck here, it's just two-wheel drive. And I'm like, so is this one, and we're all like, yeah, two-wheel drive. We're all knuckling. So he was leading all the four-wheel drive trucks in his little two-wheel drive Cherokee, and we had never met another two-wheel drive on the trail, so that was really cool to meet someone else in a two-wheel drive out there just getting it.
He was very stressed until we met them.
Yeah, I was freaking out because I was like, man, this trail just keeps getting worse and worse.
I was having fun.
But
I'm young enough, so.
But I think that 1,000 pounds of extra weight on the back of my truck really plants those rear tires. And I can't really spin tires because I don't have enough power. So that kind of helps me out, too.
Yeah.
Well, way back in the day when I had my old 87 Chevy Silverado, this time of year, we would always throw some Quickcrete in the back to get some traction. And you have your Quickcrete costs a lot more, I'm sure, but you got that weight back there to give you some traction.
Right.
It definitely helps.
That's cool. Well, do you have any other than the rack? Do you have any upgrades that you're going to do to your vehicle in the future?
I've got some fiberglass fenders sitting in my shop here. I'm actually going to do a long travel kit on the front.
Awesome.
And kind of beef up the suspension a little bit more. And I like that aggressive wide front end look,
Mm-hmm.
And I got some plans coming up.
Nice.
And there is a company out there that makes a turbo for the old 4-cylinder. I've been kind of thinking about that too. So we'll see what happens.
Breath of fresh air there.
A little pepper and
life into it.
Yeah.
Well, I may be looking for some extended brake lines because Tony and I put a lift kit on my vehicle a couple weekends ago, and I did not realize that I had bought a long travel front suspension. And so I might be looking for some longer brake lines to put on there too.
Your brake lines are like guitar strings. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, God. That's no good.
Yeah.
I looked on the box and it said long travel, and I was like, whoa. Wait a minute. Somebody, they didn't mention that. But anyway, I don't think my upper control arms just yet will let them bust, but the ones I have coming will. So I will.
Well, as long as you don't lift the front tire off the ground, you'll be fine.
Well, I'm not like Jacob and like to run with 3 wheels on the ground. So and even the one that's off the ground is spinning when I take mine out.
Yeah.
Jacob, tell us what you drive.
So I drive a first-gen Tundra 2001, and started out with a V6 in it, and then I eventually waterlogged it and put V8 in it. The 4.7
V8. Yeah. And there's got to be a story there. Got to be a story there.
Yeah. I worked for a production company, and we had a camera set up doing a time lapse of a bank being built here in Fort Smith, and my boss wanted me to go get it before all this rain started. So got my truck and I left. Well, too late. Started pouring flash floods everywhere. How old was I? 17 at the time, I think. And young and dumb. I was enjoying driving through the river-like waters. And,
well, too much
probably
fun.
Not slow either.
Came to find out I had no inner fender piece that was blocking my air intake. So any bit of water that was splashing out of my wheel well was going right into the intake and just locked up the engine. So that's why I put the V8 in it. And then I kind of had dreams of doing all of what I did to it, but not this quick. So once I got my truck back, I didn't really plan on a whole roof rack or rooftop tent or bed rack or any of that. I just kind of wanted a lifted truck with lights on it.
None of us plan all this stuff that we have now.
No.
And once I met him and started seeing a bunch of pictures of everything, I was like, I got to get into this. So almost every paycheck I've gotten straight to the truck.
I feel you.
But that truck started out as my dad's, so I ended up buying it off of him.
Yeah, the truth comes out, Mom said.
So who's Jill? Is Jill your mom?
That's my mom.
My mom. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Oh, well, I guess since y'all have got family watching, you might want to be careful what you've confessed to up to this point.
So, Mine knows it all, man. They know. I can't hide anything.
We can deny nor confirm anything.
Just so y'all know, anything I confess to, I want y'all to know I lie a lot. So and I embellish. So when I say that I've spent $6,000 on my FJ in the last 2 months, I embellish. I'm not telling the truth. Just make sure I get to the mailbox before my wife does. Yeah. Oh man. Well, do y'all have any trips coming up this year? Any big plans that you want to do a world release here on the BROfessor BATS and Friends show?
Well, we do have something that we're fixing to start doing.
Okay.
And that's going to be the FastRack Epic Adventure series. And it's going to be filmed and produced by Jacob. So instead of me walking around like a big dummy going, he's going to be filming everything. So it's going to be a little bit different than what you're normally seeing on YouTube. It's going to be more cinematic. We call it epic because, being in our two-wheel drives, we're going to push them to the end. We're hoping to get them stuck in a series like this.
Mm-hmm.
But epic also means, good friends, good food, good times, and
locations.
Like I say,
good locations.
Yeah, good locations. And with Jacob and his skills and his cameras and the equipment that he has, it's going to be amazing. It really is. We're both super excited about doing it. We can't wait to get one done. And right now, we're not sure if we're going to do them every 3 months or every 6 months or what, but we'll get one going and we'll see how it goes. We'll see what the reaction is from doing it, but we know it's going to be something really special. It's going to be something big. So
that's cool.
We put a lot of thought into it. A lot of, every time we go out, it seems like we're talking about it and dreaming about it. Let's do this. Let's do
bouncing ideas off each other.
Yeah, definitely. So,
is it hard for y'all to get off work and get away together to do these, or y'all have to plan way out far in advance?
For me, with the job I have, I'm hit with last minute trips. So since September all the way until January, I was constantly flying out of town to go travel. And there were times I didn't know if I'd be home for the weekend just to go camping. Yeah. And there was one trip we did where it was the best camping spot. That was my most viewed video on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
I was in California, and it was a Friday night. when I was flying home. Got into town around 11.
Oh god, yeah.
And got home, immediately started packing. Mind you, I hadn't slept in probably 24 hours.
Yeah. Then you entered in them coordinates.
He sent me coordinates, and I was so tired. I read one number wrong, and it sent me to the Ozarks. And he was actually in the.
I'm in the Ouachitas
with no service.
Yeah.
So I couldn't message him or anything. I didn't show up until 6 a.m. Saturday morning.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we wound up having an amazing trip, though. The rest of that weekend was just absolutely awesome.
Very cool.
That was the mine. I think that was
his first time getting stuck. Was that true?
Oh yeah, I got to use the winch on that trip.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it always makes it epic.
He woke me up at 4 a.m. looking for Chris.
Yep.
I messaged her because I couldn't figure out if he was in the Ozarks or the Ouachitas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did 3-4 instead of 3-5. Is that what it was?
Yeah. 3-5 instead of 3-4.
I called him 3-5 the rest of the trip.
Well, here's to you for not giving up and not going back home. You actually you kept with it and got
the craziest thing is so the area he had the coordinates to the campsite that I was wanting to stay at, but there was people there when I got there. So they were super cool, got to talking to them. They're like, hey, man, there's a campsite down the road. So they literally jumped in their vehicles and drove me down to the campsite, showed me the campsite. I was like, man, thank you so much. They're like, hey, we're leaving in the morning. Put your radio on channel 20, and we'll holler at you when we're leaving, and you can come up and get this campsite. Well, I'm laying there in my tent, and I'm like, this dude ain't showing. I don't know what's going on. And I'm laying there asleep, and all of a sudden I hear a horn honking. I'm like, what? What's going on? And then all of a sudden I hear, Chris! And he had stopped at the campsite I was at, which was off the main road quite a bit, but he'd pulled into the little area. Well, when you pull into it, it's just a giant mud hole. So unless you know where to kind of go around the mud hole, you don't even know there's a campsite back there.
This was way before I had all of my lights on. I think I only had fog lights, which I don't remember if I wired them before I left. I think I wired them before I left to go on this trip. So I just had fog lights and headlights. I couldn't see anything. Apparently there was a trail off to the side of this mud hole, and I wouldn't have known if he
There's no way.
Out of the woods.
But I jump out of my tent. I basically almost fall out of it. I'm trying to get a flashlight. I'm honking my horn in my truck. I'm like, I'm over here. I take off running to the road, and there he is, 6 o'clock in the morning. So.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
But that's what makes good times, man.
You're right.
Memories, and the stories that you'll have to tell from now on.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes memories.
Some of our best trips, we didn't even have the camera with us, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's generally how it
seems
works.
like it goes that way.
Yeah.
We'll go out and be like, we just want a nice, relaxing, no camera, and then it's epic, and then we're like both looking at each other like, we should have had our cameras rolling, man.
Yeah.
Should have had.
There was this one trip we went on, no cameras, and we were given coordinates to a spot that we were told we needed to check out. Well, we get there and it looks like a dump, so we decided we're not staying there. No firing there either. And so we decided we're just going to look around, drive around, see if we can find anything. Eventually, we get on a trail and it takes us right back to that spot.
Right back to it. I don't even know how.
We didn't even recognize the roads or anything.
We didn't recognize the trail that we were already on and wound up right back at the same exact spot. And this was like 2 hours of driving. Just driving around, just checking out all the trails. And boom, we wind up right back in the same spot.
So who's Justin?
Justin's my dad.
Okay.
Yep.
So who? All right. I thought your dad was the name was like a J.
He got off YouTube and joined Facebook.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm with you now. Gotcha.
It's a man of many names.
Yes.
Yeah. So he is getting my old rooftop tent, and we're going to put it on his truck.
Awesome.
He's coming with us.
Very cool.
If I have to tie him up and handcuff him, he's coming with us.
Awesome.
That'd be fun.
That sounds fun.
That'd be fun. He says he's going to join in his two-wheel drive. So, yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun for sure.
That's another thing too. I've had people message me on my videos and stuff. They're like, I had this 2-wheel drive and I never thought about going out, and, inspiring other people to get out and enjoy this type of stuff and get off the couch. I mean, it just shows people don't put limits on your vehicle. Don't use that as a crutch,
Yeah.
Get what you got and go out.
Yeah.
Not all these campsites. Most of them we go to, you could get a man van.
Yeah.
So
exactly. If you've got a Honda Ridgeline, you can get to 90% of the campsites.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the other stuff is fun. We go out and do trails and explore, but don't put limits on it. Just get out there with what you got. Go camping.
Yeah. I see it asked all the time in a lot of the groups that we're in on social media. I'm new to this. What vehicle should I get? Well, use the one you got, and just go.
Exactly.
Because we were all raised different. We all grew up different. Some of us grew outside. Some of us grew up in the city. We eat different things. We wear different things. Our parents were, different, and so you don't know. You may like cast iron. You may like, Betty Crocker. I don't know. So you just have to get out there and see what you want to do, what's best for you.
Yeah.
And you can't figure that out on social media. You just have to get out there and do
Correct.
it. And I think that's the best advice you can give to anybody. Just get out.
Yep.
Oh, just not a Toyota Camry. That's what my wife says. Those do not go through sand. We were camping on the Buffalo. River on a gravel bar, and I don't know where this guy was from, but he was a college student, and he and his girlfriend were buried up to the bumpers in his Toyota Camry in sand. And there just was no getting him out, so he had to call a wrecker. And oh well. Got it. And it's like you said, you got to have a little bit of sense about you. You realize where your vehicle can go and where it cannot. There are tons of places out there where every vehicle can go. And if there's places where your vehicle can't go, hop in somebody who's got a Gladiator on 42s and ride with them. Because let them get stuck and pay the wrecker bill. Whatever. Do y'all have any major long trips you're going to head out west or out east or north or south or anywhere big where it's not in your local location you're going this year?
As of right now, we don't have any plan, but we have dreams that we want to get this first epic adventure series done because the next one I'm really wanting I want to go out towards Colorado and do something. I want to drag this guy out there. I mean, it's just so beautiful out there.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see, I'd like to see the next series be done out there. Yeah. But no plans of right now, just dreams. So
yeah.
My dream is to go to Alaska. After watching some TV shows recently, Overland. Oh, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, their Alaska series is amazing.
It's really good. Yeah. And they're I'm sure you being a video guy can really appreciate the amount of work that goes into their productions.
Yeah. That's what kind of
talk about dreams. I dream to go and see stuff like that and do videos that are.
I dreamed I had his Tacoma. I didn't care where I was. That's all. That's all I dreamed, and I woke up soaking wet.
To tell you,
it was. I mean, here you are. You take a $60,000 vehicle and put $60,000 into it. And it's not realistic to a lot of us,
right?
But it's just like watching a movie. The movie actors that are out there, they drive cars that we can't afford either. So that's kind of what it's like to me. But super cool.
I build them every day, man.
Yeah.
This guy that's putting the supercharger in there, I mean, he's dropped $25,000 on it with supercharger, lift, wheels, tires, leather. I mean, I build them all day long.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow. That is crazy. Other than Alaska, I know that may be number one on your list, but where would you like to go if you could go anywhere right now and film one of your shows? What's your dream spot?
Other than Alaska, I'd say Canada.
Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm
Banff.
I've seen a lot of stuff from Canada. I wouldn't go around where all the truckers are right now, but you couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, no kidding.
I would definitely like to go up into Canada. There's some national parks up there that just are out of this world. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to get him up to Colorado. I want to do some New Mexico, Utah, stuff like that. I mean,
you get into big sky country where you can see for a million miles, and it's unreal.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like the same world. And
you're
noticing that in Big Bend.
Yeah. Has Jacob ever been to Colorado? Oh,
no.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I've been to New Mexico. I did a 14-day backpacking trip at Philmont. So I used to be in Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout, hence the name Eagles Overlanding. And we went out to a Boy Scout ranch called Philmont and did a 14-day trek out there. And the views are just outrageous. They're amazing.
Spectacular.
Yeah. Me and the wife did 10 days in Colorado, but I only filmed 2 of the days just because we were just, like the whole time we're there. It's just so beautiful, man. And we started in Salida, went up to Gunnison, went to Ouray, Silverton, Durango, and then to Salida.
That's a great spot, man. You can't go wrong with any of those places.
Yeah.
We're going to some of those in June this year, and I'm pretty excited. Jared has a good eye. Jared has a good eye. He must be got me on the big screen or something because he noticed my little Coleman stove back here.
He's seen that little stove.
He saw my little Coleman stove. Here I have.
Oh,
no, goodness. It is not functional. It will not heat up coffee or anything like that. But this guy at one of the flea markets that we went to had one in there, and I just had to have it because I love the old Coleman stoves. But this one is a lot like the new Coleman stoves. It's plastic and a piece of crap. So I just keep it up here on the shelf, just pretty to look at. But thank you, Jared, for noticing. Travis says can't wait to get to Colorado and Utah in June. Mark Chase magazine and White Rock Heaven on Earth in Arkansas. That is right around close to y'all. Do you? There's one place around Mount Magazine that I've always wanted to go, and that's the Civil War Hideout. Have you been there?
It's funny that you say that because the guy who showed me the campsite that we did our last video in, he's wanting to take me up there and show me that spot. He's dying to show it to me.
Yeah.
I haven't been there, but I will be going there.
I really want to see that. I think that's so cool.
Yeah.
He
showed me a bunch of pictures of it, and it's absolutely just amazing.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool. I have explored a lot of that area around Magazine, and man, there's some hidden gems of campsites around there for sure.
Yeah.
And it's just 45 minutes from my house. So, I mean, it's just jump in the truck and boom, I can be there in no time.
Yeah. Move Along Adventures says that they hung out with you, Chris, before you filmed. I don't know what that meant, but maybe you know what that means. Yeah.
He's an old school mini trucker back when I was into the mini trucks and all that stuff. He's known me for a minute.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Very cool. Well, we're coming up on an hour. Good conversation.
Man, that was quick.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how fast it goes. We try to keep it within an hour. It's amazing once you get into telling stories and jokes and confessions and all that other stuff, how fast it goes. And then you have to spend the rest of the night apologizing for everything that you said. So it's just the way that mine and Tony's week goes pretty much every week. But I want to encourage everybody. Tell us where we can find you on all your social media and your YouTube.
And you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, FastRack Overland. You search that, you're going to find me.
For me, just YouTube and Instagram, Eagles Overlanding.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate y'all being on the show with us.
Thanks for asking, man.
Had probably a million different places you'd rather be, but you decided to be on here with us. But We really appreciate you being on here. It was a joy to get to meet you up at Artemis several months back, and if the ice storm doesn't kill us this week, we'll be up at Artemis for Rigs and Coffee on Saturday. Yep. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. They're supposed to get like 10 inches of snow, man.
It's going to be
it's going to be just like More Expo this time last year.
I remember that.
A lot of water.
I tried to make it in my 2-wheel drive, and I got up to Fayetteville and turned around. I said no.
No.
So my front end's super light with that little Briggs and Stratton under the hood.
Yeah.
So it just likes to go wherever in the front on the snow. So it ain't no good.
Well, we want to get into and tell a little bit about what's coming up. We want to take just a few minutes and tell about what's coming up in 2022 with the calendar. But before we do that, let's take a break. Some people may have to go potty. I don't know, but we'll be right back after this message.
Hi, I'm Barry Henderson with Turtleback Trailers.
I'm Adam with Okie Overland.
This is John with Long Creek Overland.
I'm Drew with Rock Squash Design. I'm Casey with US Action Tracks.
Hi, I'm Joe. And I'm Misty from The Day We Were Made.
I'm Jeremiah from Overland Pioneer.
Hi, we're Jessica and Jorge, the Limerick Wonder.
It's Chris from More Expo.
I'm Misty from Lady Overlander Radio.
You're watching.
And you're watching.
And you're watching.
You're watching.
Are watching.
Or you're watching.
And you're watching BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
Joey the BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
To the BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
Sponsored by Artemis Overland Hardware. More Expo, April 8th through the 10th, 2022 in Springfield, Missouri. Tack Farm, Blue Sail Coffee Roasters, Linson Solar, Howling Moon Tents and Awnings, Big Iron Overland Rally, June 10th through the 12th, Mountain Hatch, Lifesaver Water Filters, MC Ranch Overland, Snowmaster Frigid, EcoFlow, Timbo Tuss Scottles, Dial Dynamics Lighting, and our good friends at Midland Radio. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that you're here. No pros, just bros on this show. Here we go.
That's right. That's all we got. No pros, just bros. Just bros.
Okay.
Tony,
yes,
tell
sir.
us about what's coming up on the calendar in this year.
All right. So you and I have our trip coming up to West Virginia here.
By God, West Virginia.
By God.
We're going
in about what?
West
5
Virginia?
Yeah, buddy.
We're going to West Virginia.
They got a bridge out there. They got a bridge out there that's big enough to fly like the Blue Angels under, like the big, yeah. So
it's called New River Gorge.
Sounds like fun.
It is one of the tallest bridges in the United States. Used to be the tallest.
Yeah.
New River Gorge. It's going to be ramp season and great pizza season, and we're going out to the Appalachians and see if we can't find some ginseng.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yes. Yeah. So then we've got everybody in this area is looking forward to the More Expo, April the 8th through the 10th at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds in Missouri.
Yep.
Then we got the bonfire.
Be here before you know it.
Yeah.
It's going to be.
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
Are y'all going to be there?
Oh, I'll be there.
Next
yeah.
time.
Awesome.
Most definitely.
Heck
Ain't
yeah.
gonna miss that for nothing.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's
longest steel arch bridge in the Western Hemisphere. Isn't that something?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's out there in close to where we're going to be staying, within just a few miles.
Yeah. So then there's the Bonfire Rendezvous, April 30th at Mulberry Mountain, and then you got the big Overland Expo West May 20th. Then after that, we've got like the Wyoming trip.
We're going to Wyoming.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
That sounds like a good trip right there.
Yeah, we're going to go to Wyoming and then come back to Big Iron Overland Rally.
Yeah.
And stay out there for a little bit. Pretty excited about that. It's not going to be long. I've been talking to Chris. We're going to be releasing the bands for Big Iron Overland Rally within the next 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's got some great bands lined up for that.
Yeah. Has he given you any secrets, Joey?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but the problem is they're secret.
They're secret.
Yeah. Hey, at least we know he's good at keeping secrets.
Yeah.
Well, we are live on the internet. So, yeah.
Are y'all going to Big Iron? Maybe. Hopefully.
I'd like to make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I missed it last year, so
fun time.
It is a lot of fun, guys.
It is.
Okay, so then there's so the Big Iron is June 10th, and then Lady Overlander Radio has a women's retreat June 16th through the 19th. Overland Expo Pacific Northwest is July 8th through the 10th. Artemis Expo is the first Saturday in August. They're combining that with their rigs and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
The Overland Expo Mountain West is the last weekend of August in Loveland, Colorado. We went to that last year.
Yeah.
That's when we should go.
Great location.
That's when we should go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds like a Colorado trip right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just right outside of the big park right there.
Yeah.
It's a big park.
Yeah. I mean, it's huge.
Really big. Estes.
So we did it.
Well,
We did our
there's
10
Estes
days in
Park,
Colorado. Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
We did our 10 days in Colorado right. Like we got back and I realized that show was in. And I'm like, I just used all my vacation. I can't go back.
Oh my goodness.
I really wanted to go though. I was doing everything I could. I'm like, I could come up with something. I got to go back, but I didn't make it.
One of the worst sentences that could ever come out of your mouth is, "I just used all my vacation."
Yeah.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah. And if you used all your vacation by August,
you always got to have more time off.
Yeah.
Everybody needs more time off.
Yeah.
So then
Well, the YouTube needs to take off
Yeah,
so
that
I can
stinks.
be full time and then I ain't got to worry about it.
there you go. So then there's Overland Expo
There you
East.
go. There you go.
What's that? Oh, I think he froze. Yeah. So then we got Overland Expo East October 7th. And then we got Rendezvous in the Ozarks October 13th through the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
The Natural State Overland group putting that on. And then, of course, we got the Show Me Rigs every Saturday. Show Me Rigs and Coffee every Saturday at Artemis. Northwest Arkansas Rigs and Coffee at the Hub Bike Lounge in Bentonville every second Saturday. Arkansas Rigs and Coffee at Guillermo's Gourmet Coffee, Little Rock, every third Saturday.
That's right. That's right. That's good. It's going to be a full year. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Rendezvous moving to a new location. I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And
that's a pretty location too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. That's really close to you. I mean, it's just right down the road.
Yeah, right down the road.
Yeah. Well, we will definitely be there. I'm excited about that. Now, next week on the show, before everybody leaves, we are going to have some very special guests on with us. Going to have Brandon and Haven Waters from H2O Overland with their little son and their little baby that they take with them. And
he's adorable.
He is so cute. It's unbelievable.
He is.
And we're going to talk to them, and it's going to make me really nervous and sweaty because taking a newborn overlanding, that's not nightmares. That is nightmarish for me.
Oh, I was a wreck. Taking a newborn anywhere made me a wreck.
No, I won't go anywhere.
Yeah, and they're taking him camping.
Yeah,
taking him camping. You know, but
yeah, it's awesome.
I love that teaching the next generation. Yeah. And that's all he's going to know. And I'm excited because I can't imagine where I would be now if I had done this all my life. It would be, I would. You never know. I may have been gay living in New York City. You just never know how you're going to turn out. But when you teach them young,
I'm out. That's it.
You just never know. You just never know. There I am. I talked about confessing. I'm not confessing that. That was just a. Anyway, I take it back. I take it back. Take it back. I do lie. I have no tendencies. I love the ladies, so I'm just putting that out.
There you go.
There you go.
But I'm excited about having them on here because I think it's going to be very interesting. They spent, I believe it was like 46 out of 52 weekends camping last year, and you know, it's real neat to visit with them. They're super amazing couple.
Yeah.
So make sure and
join
us next week. We're going to be on Thursday next week. Going to be a little out of the ordinary. I gotta do something on Tuesday, so we're going to be on Thursday next week. So make sure you put that on your calendar and join us. But anyway, that's about all I got for tonight. You got anything else, Tom?
He said anyway.
I got one thing.
The
spotlight for next week is Lifesaver, and we got a giveaway.
We got a giveaway next week. I don't know if you have seen the Lifesaver. It's like a jerry can, but it's got a filter in it, and they're allowing us to give one of those away.
That's gonna be a nice giveaway.
So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be super cool.
Yeah. So stay tuned and watch for details. We'll be talking about that more in the next week. So
that's right. But until then, make sure that you get on to FastRack Overland and also Eagles Overland on YouTube and check them out. Give them a like, give them some love. And they got some new things coming out. So you're going to want to be subscribers.
Most definitely.
That's right.
On there. So that way you'll get a notification when all this cool stuff pops up. But until then, maybe you'll meet them out on the trail, either in the Ozarks or the Ouachitas. You never know where they're going to be. But I can guarantee you this. They're going to be spinning a tire somewhere. It's going to be something.
Until four-cylinder won't spin.
Oh, that's right. It's not powerful enough to spin the tire. Not powerful enough to spin the tire.
Briggs and Stratton won't do it.
But anyway, everybody, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining us. Until next week, on behalf of Tony and myself, FastRack and Eagles Overlanding, make sure you live the best life you could possibly live. Get out there, enjoy yourself. Look out for number 1, and don't step in number 2. Have a good day. BROfessor and Friends 2022. Woo-woo.
Thank you for watching.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends. Joey the BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.
BROfessor and Friends.